This week we'll be going over all of the achievements in Bugsnax. There are 30 achievements in the game with an average completion time of around 20 hours, and luckily this is one that if you do go ahead and go through the game without paying attention to achievements, you're not going to get locked out of anything, because you can actually just reload the game where you beat it, and it's going to make a save right before that ending mission so you can go back through and get everything else done. And now, let's get into it. So this is a game all about the grumpuses on Snaktooth Island, dealing with the growing addiction of eating snacks that slowly changes them and transforms them into grumps that you wouldn't recognize as the same person by the end, all wrapped up in a cute little art style. Like I said in the intro, you can't really miss any achievements as it makes a save for you when you start the end mission, so if you do need to go back, you can load that up and go back over everything. Of course, for this video, we're going to be going through it all in the way that you'd be able to get all of them in one playthrough. But feel free to play through how you'd like to the end, and then reload the game and use this guide to finish it all out. We'll start out with the first achievement that everyone gets. Funny enough, the title is even Everyone Gets One for catching your first Bugsnax. You'll meet Filbo laying on the ground and he just can't go on until he gets his fix of a Bugsnax. So he'll give you a trap to get one and you'll get this achievement. Then we can get Gone Home for finding your way to Snaxburg. After you feed Filbo a few snacks, he'll be ready to lead the way back to your new home over in Snaxburg. You'll make a few stops along the way to meet some of the other grumps, but once you actually get to town, this one will pop. At this point, the game opens up a lot, but you'll need to be slowly working on getting Know Thy Neighbor for returning every grumpus back to Snaxburg. You'll need to get everyone in the Grumpus tab of your journal to return to town, other than Lizbert and your boss over at the newspaper company, for this achievement. I did create a standalone video going over all of these and what their quest lines look like in order to get them to come back, so if you have any issues with that, go check that out from my Bugsnax playlist. The other achievement that goes along with this directly is talking about Bugsnax for interviewing every grumpus. As you get them to return to Snaxburg, they'll have the interview icon show up above their head, and you can walk up to them to start their interviews. Again, this is with everyone in the list other than Lizbert and your boss. At the end of your interviews, you'll sometimes be given little rewards from the grumps to help you hunt down Lizbert. Parts of these will help you get Documentarian for watching all of Lizbert's video diaries. The first one is sitting right next to the projector in Lizbert and Eggabell's house. You'll also need to play it with the projector to fully count this one, so once you play all 5 of the tapes with that will be when you get the achievement to pop. Then the second one will be sitting over in Liz's cabinet. You'll get that key from Beffica once you do her interview. Diary 3 will be in Liz's trunk in her house, and you'll get that key from Chandler once you complete his interview. Diary 4 is a little bit different as it's just going to be sitting out on the right side of the Sugar Pine Woods sitting next to a lost backpack. Then Diary 5, the final one that's required for this, is going to be from unlocking a box that Shelda gives you after her interview. You'll get that key from Floofty after you finish her interview as well. Then we can move over to some quick and easy achievements. Wonderfalls is for checking behind the waterfall for secrets. This will be over in Flavor Falls. You'll just need to go through the waterfall into this cave and get this one to pop. Next will be Double Trapper for catching more than one Bugsnax in your snack trap at once. This might seem like something that would be tough to do once you're starting out, but it's not too bad. The first time I did this was over in these simmering springs in this corner near Wiggle's bed. I just baited a few strabbies over to the trap and boom. Easy achievement. There are plenty of other places that you can do something similar, and honestly with some of these later achievements you'll likely get it accidentally. Looking at you, Mama Melon. For Perf Dirt, you'll need to steal Beffica's diary from her cave. This is her cave that she was staying in over in the Garden Grove, but she won't let you steal this until you have her move back to Snaxburg. Of course, she leaves it there once she leaves, and you can walk right in and grab it. It is fake though, Beffica would never be that easy to get dirt on. Now we'll go ahead and go over the achievements for catching a certain amount of Bugsnax. First we have Quartermaster for catching 25 unique species of Bugsnax, then halfway there for catching 50 unique species, and finally, got to catch them all for catching 100 unique species of Bugsnax. This is basically going to be for catching every Bugsnax listed on this tab from each of the regions. Most of them are pretty easy to get, but there are some that take a bit of prep or a couple of tricks in order to get them. If you guys want a video going over the top 10 or so of the hardest to catch, or even how to catch all of the snacks, let me know down in the comments and I'll add that to my Bugsnax guide list. With all of these Bugsnax you're catching, you have to do something with them, right? Well, for In the Arms of the Gramble, you'll need to donate the max amount of Bugsnax to Gramble's Ranch. There isn't actually a max, as you can keep donating past this, but this is actually just to max out your Bugsnax bag, which you can upgrade by hitting donation milestones with Gramble. This is going to take a total of 36 snacks to max out and get this achievement. Similarly to Gramble, we're trying to grow our barn of snacks, so if you want to become a member, be sure to hit the join button down below the video and get those tasty YouTube membership perks. Of course, also subscribe and like the video, plus leave a comment down below to help feed the YouTube algorithm because it really does help the channel. And now, for probably the darkest of the achievements in the game, we have one that has to do with our boy Gramble. As we all know, he has a barn where he raises Bugsnax and never eats them. He just lives off of sauce and protects his pet snacks. Well, for Midnight Snack, you'll have to transform Gramble. This can only be done by one thing: eating Bugsnax. So you'll need to wait until the nighttime when Gramble sleepwalks out of his barn. Then you can come up to him and feed him. Just feeding him once will get you the achievement, but for I'm Stuffed, you'll need to fully transform a Grumpus, so you might as well just keep feeding him until he completely changes. This takes 14 Bugsnax to feed to a Grumpus for their transformation to be complete. Then for Feeding Frenzy, you'll need to fully transform every Grumpus. So that'll be the same way as you got I'm Stuffed, just feed a Grumpus 14 snacks until they fully transform, and repeat that with all of the Grumpuses on the list, other than Lizbert and your boss. Next will be That Reminds Me of a Puzzle for solving the secret of the lava cave or the secret of the dunes. It'll probably be easier to do the secret of the dunes since it's off to the side without any lava. You'll just come up to these statues in the sizzling sands and hit them in this order. Once that's done, you'll get the achievement and it'll unlock a shortcut over to the boiling bay where the lava cave puzzle's at. Not much of a reason to use it though, since you can kind of just fast travel anyway, but oh well. Launch Party is for stunning a flying Bugsnax by launching another Bugsnax at it. The way I did this was over at the Scorched Gorge with a barbecue bunger. Just toss your launch pad down, lock it onto a Cheepoof, and then bait the bunger over to it and launch him over to the Cheepoof. You can do this with other Bugsnax as well, of course, but this is a pretty straightforward and easy way to do it. Then Grab Bag is for emptying one biome of all of its snack pods. The easiest region to do this is over in the Garden Grove. There are going to be 5 of these on this map, and I'll show you the locations of all of these on this quick run I did to get the achievement. The first being over in Beffica's cave on the wall. The second will be down below her window sitting on this tree branch. The third down in this cave over in this area with the Frighters. The fourth will be over on the bridge going towards Wambus's garden sitting up on the right cliff. And the fifth will be above the pen that's in the garden. Next up is Say Cheese for scanning a Grumpus after saucing them with cheese. Very straightforward, just get some cheese, toss it on a Grumpus, and take a picture of them. Clothesline will be for stunning a Bugsnax with a trip shot attached to your buggy ball. This one you can do pretty easily by finding the route that a Bugsnax is running, set up your buggy ball on one side, set up your trip shot on the other, and then attach it to the buggy ball. It will start rotating once it's attached, so just swap back to your buggy ball and hold it down to keep it in place long enough for a Bugsnax to run through it. Then we can go through a couple of achievements for feeding and transforming Grumpuses into specific combinations of snacks. First is going to be Combo Meal for transforming a Grumpus into a Bunger, Friter, and Sody. These are all pretty easy to get, and it's just for making sure that they have all 3 of those parts on their bodies. Once you have the ability to change limbs to different things they've eaten before, you could even just change them back over to having all of the parts required. This is the same thing you'll need to do for Sundae Best, but this one is for transforming them into Scoopy, Banopper, and Cheery. These are all going to be parts that you get from a Scoopy Banoopy when it breaks apart. You'll just need to bait it over to a fire, heat it up, and then at the end of the timer it'll break apart and you can catch all of its pieces to feed to a Grump. Next will be Sidetracked for completing all of the side quests. After you get a Grumpus back to town, they'll start giving you their own little side quest to do. I have the completed list on the screen now that you'll have to go through, and it's pretty much just keep grabbing them from each of the Grumps until they stop having the new quest icon popping up above them. Bossy Bugs is related to this for defeating all of the legendary Bugsnax. These are all going to be at the end of the side quest lines for certain Grumpuses. There are 4 of these bosses out there, being the Daddy Cake Legs at the end of Snorpy's quest line, Mama Melon at the end of Chandlo's quest line, Mothsa Supreme at the end of Cromdo's quest line, and the Mega Maki at the end of Wiggle's quest line.
Will you show yourself if you hear how much I need you? Will you show yourself if you hear my cry?
Another thing semi-related is a Live Laugh Hut for fully transforming your hut. You'll need to put in some kind of item in every one of the slots at your hut, and you'll need to have your second floor unlocked. The second floor will be built once you do 50 of these miscellaneous quests given to you through the mailbox. You'll likely also have unlocked something in every one of these slots by the time you get those 50 required to get the second floor, but if not, just keep doing them until you're able to fully decorate it. Then Dapper Capper is for collecting 10 hats. These hats you may find randomly on Bugsnax, but there's actually a system to use to find where they're going to be. So over at Gramble's barn, he has this map on the side where your hats are going to be mounted as you find them. Whichever region is shown on this map is where your current Bugsnax with a hat is going to be spawned. So just grind these out until you get 10 and the achievement will be yours. Next we can head over to the free DLC island to get Deep Impact for completing the adventure at Broken Tooth. This is a pretty short DLC that you can just go through all the quest lines for the people that you bring along, and once that's done, you'll get this achievement. Now, one that you can technically get at different parts throughout the game is Candid Cryptid for scanning the Snak Squatch. Well, I mean, if the Snak Squatch existed, but we all know that's not true. So this figure will show up briefly peeking around corners and will try to run if you look at them, so you have to be really quick to actually get the scan off. But you can for sure get a picture of them when you start the ending quest. While you're running to go through this, you'll hear Filbo yell from down in a hole. Then you can peek over the edge and can get a picture of this without it moving to make it easy. Now, the last 2 achievements are Vacation's End for completing the main story of the game, and Survivor for all of the Grumpuses surviving. These you'll both get once you finish that last quest, but Survivor is a little more complicated. During the final scenes, you'll need to defend pairs of the Grumpuses from Snacks that are attacking. Normally, if you have them all fully transformed, they're going to become one with the island and turn into Bugsnax. Or if any Bugsnax get too close and they end up eating one during the attack. But if you complete all of their side quests first, they'll actually be immune to turning. So you'll definitely want to do every side quest before actually going through the main mission in order to get the achievement. And with that, we have all of the achievements in Bugsnax. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my playlist for my other Bugsnax achievement guides or whichever one of my videos YouTube recommends on the screen now.